welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas. Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boating with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
Well, that thing cut off quick, Isaiah. Did you hear that? It was like, boom, done. Look, you're cut off quick. You know what? You're cut off quick, too. Watch this, Isaiah. Sometimes when we have folks in here, they say, hey, I need that Holden microphone. Now you're on. Welcome. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to be here.
What's going on? Everything going good?
Oh, going as fantastic as it should, man.
Isaiah Berry hanging out. Look, I got us on the screen up there now, man.
I know, man.
But
I can see myself all pretty.
I think duplicating this, though, is actually like slowing down the stream because I've noticed the past 3 or 4 episodes that the audio and the video isn't syncing up, and I have no idea why because you should just simply be able to duplicate a monitor, but there's a delay. See this? See, like, my hands? And it's something that just started with computers. I don't understand it, man. I've never had a delay on an HDMI cable like this, and now there's a slight – see that? There's a slight delay on the cable. But, hey, you know what? You know what they always said? Nobody got time.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's right, man. Well, hey, welcome in, everyone, as we get rolling. New episode of Good Morning Huntsville here on a very wonderful Wednesday, episode 524. As always, big thank you to Elliot Herzlich from Elliot's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com for all your jewelry needs. Set up that appointment online. It's Elliot's Jewelers. And Mr. Herzlich, Elliot Herzlich, will be with us tomorrow for our 3rd annual Rays of Hope. Isaiah Berry here with us this morning from Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, our wonderful Wednesday Foundation sponsor. And friends, we are gearing up for a great week. It has been a busy week, and I'm just hoping that you can hear in my voice a little bit that I'm starting to get congested. The flu is going around Huntsville right now.
Yeah, and like a little stomach bug, too.
No, don't be telling me that, man. No, man. I haven't had that since I got back, and, it's been I'm knock on wood. Man, where's the wood at? That's fake. Here we go. That's it. I'm going on like 3 years without having that mess, man. So
man, it's out and about. I try to avoid it. There are like 3 main times of the year: when the children get out of school, when they go back to school, and then any time in December. If you can avoid those 3 times, and right now they just got out of school, so you gotta hold strong.
What's the deal with the stomach bug, man? Well, that's one of those things that why does it have to exist, you know? It's one of those just unpleasant. It's the most unpleasant sickness you can have, in my opinion. And it hurt. For me, it literally physically hurts me to vomit. I don't know why we're talking about this morning, but it's my esophagus, man. I have a magnetic bracelet in my esophagus now, and I'm in so much pain when that happens that I will do everything that I possibly can to not be sick with that stuff. And so I end up taking like all that medication, but then I feel, if you could just do it and get it over with, you feel better. But for me, I can't, man. So I'll go a day or two just feeling really bad with that stuff, because I try to down as much medicine as I can, because the pain that I have from that is so severe now that I don't want to do it, man, because it'll hurt.
Yeah, it's definitely not a fun time.
All right, we're gonna change the subject because we're gonna lift everybody up. So
man, I was like, that's a rabbit hole that I don't know if this Wednesday morning needs.
Yeah, no, it's a wonderful Wednesday here. I mean, it ties into children, though. We talk about children a lot on Wednesday.
No, it does.
But let us know this morning. Maybe we'll go this direction. Let us know what is something that you, even though we're positive, all right, it don't have to be sickness, but just let us know something that you're like, man, I don't look forward to that. If there's something that you don't look forward to, something that maybe you dread, let us know, and we'll talk about that. And then we'll try to flip the script and figure out a way to make it positive, all right? So that's what we're going to do this morning. Let us know something that you just absolutely cannot stand, that you dread, and then in the spirit of this show and lifting up this community and being positive, Isaiah and I are going to turn that frown upside down and find a way to make it positive. What do you think, man? Can we do it?
I think it's possible.
How could you make the stomach bug positive?
There's something in you that needs to come out.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the positive.
We're going to have fun with this morning, too. We're going to use AI to give us answers on how to turn unpleasant or things that you just dread, how to turn them around. And don't let me forget, Isaiah, because I go off on these tangents, and I'll forget. I will 1,000% forget that we're talking about this, and then I won't even circle back to it. So don't let me forget that right now I've got one thing that I'm going to reveal on this show that I just don't enjoy it at all. And people make fun of me because of this, okay? So I'm kind of giving you a hint. This is something here's the hint this morning. It's something that everybody that I've ever met almost loves this, that they love to do this. And that it's one of their most favorite things to do, or they find it enjoyable. For me, man, I don't look forward to it at all. I don't like it, and I could do without it. And that's your hint. That's all I'm giving you.
Okay.
So don't let me forget what that is, all right? And we're gonna circle back to that in a little bit. You're
gonna have me thinking about this for the rest of the show. Now I can't let you forget.
Yeah,
because I want to know.
Is there anything that pops into your mind, like whenever I ask you, like, what is something that you just dread or that you don't like? And I'm not talking about like something like bad. I'm just talking about something that, oh man, I can't wait to do this. But you're like, no, I don't even like doing that. Is there anything in your life like that, or something you just can't stand? Maybe it's a Frosty from. Where's a Frosty? Maybe
Wendy's,
you don't like Wendy's Frosty. Just tell us, man. What's something on your mind?
No, for me, it's taking medicine, in any form. I don't know there's not really a concrete reason as to why, but like cough syrup, I can't stand it. I immediately have to have like a bottle of water to chase it down. There's just something about it.
You have it lined up and you have chasers.
I'm like double fist. It's not the medicine cannot even taste bad. It doesn't have to be. I just don't like taking medicine. I would rather just kind of wait out whatever sickness I have than to take medicine for it. But on the flip side, the flip to that is that, I mean, it's medicine, so it's there to help you.
So yours is, what was it? You just don't like taking medicine
at all for any, and I don't know. There's no concrete reason for it. I just don't like it.
Okay, so Isaiah is going to start this discussion. We haven't had anybody comment in yet with the things that they absolutely dread, but Isaiah has started the discussion now. So this morning, things that we dread doing, but we're going to find the positive, the silver lining in it, all right? So Isaiah says this, that he hates doing what? What was it again?
Taking medicine.
Isaiah said that he hates taking medicine. Like full-blown drama, Oscar-worthy resistance, would you say? Like, you just like, get that away from me.
Not Oscar level, maybe Emmy worthy. Or is that's the same level? Okay, just whatever is slightly under, but about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's not be okay. I'm gonna say let's not try to be funny with this.
Okay.
Because we're gonna be serious about this. So here it is. Let's ask the AI. So Isaiah says he doesn't like taking medicine. All right. We're not going to be funny about it. Here it is. Isaiah said he doesn't like taking medicine. Not alone. Many people don't like taking medicine, right? Doesn't taste great. Sometimes it's hard to get down. But here it is. The truth of it is, Isaiah, taking medicine, it's part of getting better. So here's a little positive spin on this. You ready for this? Sometimes the things we dread are the very things that help us heal. Oh man.
That's a word. That's a word this morning.
So there you go. See this? Look, this is what I'm talking about this morning. All right. Jennifer. Oh, okay. Well, Jennifer's got one here. All right. Somebody's getting on the Doja. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not talking about the government efficiency program.
No.
All right. So Jennifer says that some folks that are near her smoke a little something. Okay. And it makes her apartment smell horrible. No matter what she tries to do for help, it still smells horrible. I'm looking for a new place, but I haven't found the right one yet. Jennifer, that's really serious. Like, and this is why I said we're going to be serious about this, because there's some things that maybe we dread that are extremely serious. And so that is Jennifer's. Let me. I'm trying to do this like. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to like.
You're multitasking pretty well right now.
All right. So keep carry us, Isaiah. Carry us while I'm doing this. All right?
I would say, I mean, look, for Jennifer, that's a very valid thing to dread. And I'm curious to see how
do you turn that
AI
around?
flips this one. I can't think of one. I mean, if I had to give her a flip, I mean, it gives her an opportunity to go over and make some new friends if she can convince them to stop. But I'm very curious to see how this one gets flipped.
All right, yeah, here we go, Jennifer. I mean, this is a good one. All right. Okay, so Jennifer again says that neighbors doing some things that are unsavory, some things that just aren't good. It's causing a smell to come into her apartment, no matter what she does. We know, Jennifer, that it's frustrating, it's exhausting. So. Here is this. It's tough when your peace is disrupted by something out of your control. Man, this is getting pretty deep.
I was going to say,
okay?
Man.
So listen to this, Jennifer. It's tough when your peace gets disrupted by something out of your control. But in the middle of it, check this out, though. In the middle, Jennifer still has hope. She has hope, and she's holding on to something like a better space. And that hope, Jennifer, matters. So there you go. That will flip it. I don't know if that one helps.
Hey, look, sometimes hope is all you need. Just that sliver of hope to keep pushing for it. It'll get you where you need to be. Because one thing is that for Jennifer, it would be easy to kind of sit and just accept defeat.
But you're holding on. She's
holding on for hope.
She's holding on to hope.
Yeah. Congratulations.
So that's it. She's been looking for a new place, hasn't found the right. It's frustrating. Trying to stay positive when you still feel stuck. But again, holding on to hope for something better soon. So that's good, man.
I think we can all take a little lesson from Jennifer's is hold on to some hope in the middle of, even when it's bad. I mean, that might be the one time that you need to practice hope or to, I heard a saying one time is like, if you pray for hope, do you think God gives you hope or do he give you a situation where you can practice being hopeful?
Yeah, that's good, man.
And I believe that's where Jennifer is. She's in a place where she's practicing being hopeful and staying strong. And she'll be rewarded with a new place probably for that. Hopefully, we'll pray for that.
Yeah, this is, man, there's, the AI can really help you in these situations because it's, to me, more than the AI, let's be honest. I mean, you get a friend and hang out with the friend, talk to a friend. But I would have never thought of taking that whole situation she talked about and turning into hope. And Jennifer said, thank you. I'm hopeful that God will open the door to the right place for me. And that's right. That's good. So
yeah. I think, like I said, holding on to the hope and praying for it, It's only a matter of time before it happens.
And that's got to be, let's just be real. Jennifer, I can't put myself into your shoes, obviously, but, I'm a guy, you're a lady. But think about that. That also can be a scary situation because, as a guy, I would want to go confront these people and say, hey, but as a lady, I would be very reserved. And I don't mean this in like a negative way. I would. And so, in some ways, Jennifer, I'm trying to put myself in your shoes and I can understand what you're going through, but yeah, just hold on to the hope that something else is going to come along. A perfect example, I always use the story of when we had to leave here for a little bit, and that was a good moment for us for me, really just to mentally refocus and gain some clarity and just honestly spiritually grow and a number of things. It was good for us to get out of a situation, to get into a new place and kind of reset. With the intention that we were going to be there for a long time and had no clue we were going to come back here. But now when you look back on it, you understand. But Jennifer, when I was up, in Fargo, when I realized that we got to come back, I didn't see any way how. But I remained in faith, number one, and I had hope that things were going to work out. And so that's always my encouragement every morning to people. And I say it on this show all the time is the phrase that I can't stand the most is when people say, don't get your hopes up. That is the worst phrase that you can – that is such a negative phrase. Like, Isaiah, if you came to me and you're like, man, Rob, I got this new idea I'm working on for tomorrow's promise. Man, this is going to bring in a bunch of people. And then I just go, well, man, I know you're working hard, but don't get your hopes up. Like, wouldn't that be the you know what I'm saying?
It's super counterproductive to tell somebody that. Like, it's almost – it comes from a fear of being disappointed. But in anything you do in life, disappointment can happen. So if you're going to fear the disappointment, then you may as well just not do anything. It's a terrible thing to say.
Yeah.
No, get your hopes up every time.
Get your hopes way up.
Because getting your hopes up will help you push yourself to get to whatever you're hoping about.
That's it, man. Get your hopes up.
You'll never get any push or any drive if your hopes aren't up. Have you ever seen someone get excited about doing something that they weren't hopeful about?
Yeah, well, I understand like the connotation behind it or the underlying meaning, I guess. And the meaning is don't get so excited about something because you're going to be disappointed when it doesn't work out. But I flip that and say, get really excited about it. But as a believer, I say, have faith and know that God always has an ultimate plan for you. Mm-hmm. So get your hopes up, but remain in faith. Get your hopes up, remain in faith, but also understand that if it doesn't work out, that's okay because something greater is going to happen. Mm-hmm. That's the way I've always thought about it.
Yeah. And it's like one of three things are going to happen. Either it's going to work out for you, it may not work out for you, but you learned a lesson, or you get put into a situation where maybe the exact thing you hoped for doesn't happen, but something better comes along. So there's no reason to not.
This is like some Kay's Wednesday wisdom coming out of Isaiah here this morning.
I don't know,
Kay's
man.
Not with us.
I've been indoctrinated into the tomorrow's promise way of life, way of thinking.
The way of thinking. I like it. The Montessori method.
There we go. The Montessori method.
All right. Well, are you ready for my big reveal this morning?
Okay. Talk to me.
My big reveal. We're talking, if you're just joining us, good morning to Kyle. Thank you for being here with us. We're talking this morning briefly about things that you just absolutely dread, and we're using AI to help us take a positive spin on those things. Mm-hmm. So Isaiah's he's not a big fan of taking medicine, just does not like any medicine at all. In fact, he mentioned he double fist water after he takes medicine.
Yeah.
So, and the AI had said to Isaiah, it came back and said, Isaiah doesn't like take medicine. He's not alone. It's not fun. It doesn't taste great. But then it said the truth is it's part of getting better. Sometimes the things we dread, and that's the key phrase of this one, sometimes the things we dread are the very things that help us heal. So that's number one that we have determined here this morning. All right. Jennifer's was an issue going on. Some people partaking of things that they shouldn't. Odors are coming into her apartment. And the takeaway, the flip on that was trying to stay positive when you feel stuck, but she's holding on to hope for something better soon. So we've already got two really positive things. Hold on to hope for something better. Mine is this, and I wouldn't say I'm embarrassed to admit this. Do you want to take a shot at what you think mine was? Because earlier I said that it's something that almost everybody enjoys, that they find fun and entertaining, and that they think that something's wrong with me because I'm not a fan of it.
I would have
any idea.
My guess is
it's something I dread, by the way.
I know. My guess would have to be. I mean, because you're a father, so I understand there are things like going on vacation or taking a road trip, things like that, where other people would love.
Yeah.
But as the father who probably has to get everyone ready and get them in the car and then drive the road trip or vacation, I would assume it's something like that. But that's just my guess.
It's funny you mention that because lately I've been so out of energy and so exhausted that I don't look forward to certain things. And I don't mean that in a negative way, but I don't look forward to it because I know the amount of energy that it's going to take from me, and I already feel completely wiped out. But I've got to turn that around, man, because I don't want to be the dad that's not active, for sure. And I love my little ones, and I want them to experience all the fun things that I did when I was a kid. But that is not it. That is not it. You want to take another stab at it. Something that's really popular this time of the year. Very popular this time of the year.
When you say this time of the year, you mean summertime?
Summertime, hot outside.
Swimming? Water? Ice cream?
No, you were right.
Swimming?
It was swimming, man.
You're not a fan of swimming?
No, I don't mind water that's like I can just kind of chill in.
Yeah.
But the moment that it goes over my head, I dread it. I can't stand it. I don't like going out in the middle of a lake.
Yeah.
And I'll go out with a group of people. Like I remember we went out as a church group, went on a barge. It was fun, right? I had fun just sitting there on the barge and talking to everybody. But then people stay in your own lane, man, because all of a sudden people start coming up. What's wrong with you? Why aren't you getting in the water? Maybe I don't want to, man.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of swimming either. Now, my swimming skills I can get from A to B. I'm okay with getting from A to B. It's getting back to A where the problem lies. So once the water, kind of like you, once the water is above my head or it moves too fast, like I'm all for floating the river, but not once we're floating the river and I'm just a boat in rapids on an inner tube, it's less fun for me.
I'm cool with like I've went and floated down the Guadalupe. You ever did that, Comal?
I did it when I was younger.
The Comal, the Guadalupe there. All right, well, here is the spin on this, okay? So how would I make positive the fact that I am not a fan of deep water, especially in lakes or swimming pools? All right, so here's the AI. Not liking deep water. See, this is good, buddy. Not liking deep water helps you stay aware of your surroundings.
Okay. Hey, well.
And cautious, which can actually make you a safer swimmer and more mindful outdoors. Plus, it gives you an excuse to enjoy the shallow end where the sun feels warmer and the conversations happen.
See, that should be in a brochure.
There you go.
We need that somewhere written down.
Kyle says he's not a fan. Kyle, is this the thing that you're not a fan of when people say don't count your chickens before they hatch? You know what? You are sure right, but I got eggs right now. I don't know if that was the thing that Kyle says.
I guess he's saying when people tell him not to count his chickens before they hatch, he's saying, but he has the eggs right now, so why not count them?
There you go. Okay. Well, let's see what the AI thinks. We're going to do one more here. Kyle says, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Okay, what is a positive spin on that since he obviously can't stand that phrase? All right, here we go.
I would say, and we have probably the most important one. I saw a comment earlier saying that they dread the Texas heat. So we have to find a way to flip that one.
Yeah, okay. That was a good one. All right, here's the flip on yours, Kyle. Here's the flip. A positive way to spin this on you, Kyle. Whenever you hear people say, don't count your chickens before they hatch, that's a phrase that he doesn't like. It's a reminder to stay present and focused on the work in front of you, not just the outcome. Sometimes, Kyle, the best things come when you're patient and let the process unfold without rushing it.
Man, AI could be a pastor. This is getting good. This is scary good how it's flipping some of these.
You know what? I'm going to do a couple more of these. The phrase that I cannot stand, Man, I'm gonna start thinking of phrases real quick. The one that is overused and just ludicrous is "You've got this." You know what I'm talking about? Everybody says that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you know that event you got coming up? You've got this.
But there's no context. There's no help around it. How I've got this, what they're gonna. It's just you got this.
And what do you call it whenever roast these horrible phrases I hate? Okay, so I'm gonna roast this phrase. You ready? You got this. Oh, do I? Fantastic. Because hearing that for the 900th time is exactly what gave me the strength to face my crippling to-do list and existential dread. But hey, at least it's free therapy with zero accountability. Okay, There you go. So here's how you flip another one, all right? Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Right, because I love living in a constant state of cautious pessimism. Why dream big or plan ahead when I can just sit here and stare at the unhatched egg like it owes me money?
Yeah. Hey, Kyle says, he has eggs right now.
Here's another one. It is what it is. I'm not a fan of that one either. It is what it is. Wow, groundbreaking. How philosophical. Thank you for reminding me that I have absolutely zero control and should just accept chaos like a passive lump.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one either.
What about everything happens for a reason? That's another used one.
Okay, I say that one. So this one will come towards me.
Yeah, sure. Sure, Isaiah. Tell that to my car battery, my lost keys, my burnt toast. Maybe the universe just wanted me to build character through minor inconveniences and cold Pop-Tarts, Isaiah. So, good job.
It's making you better, man. You get to learn from it.
Another phrase that I just, this one is the worst, by the way. Please stop saying this. Please stop saying it. Let's go! Everyone says that.
Yeah, I've even started to notice it. Like, I don't know. The older you get, you start to dissect things a lot more than they need be dissected. And so I've started looking into. I watch sports a lot, and you see them. They'll
it's
score.
Everywhere.
Yeah, they'll score or they'll
industry.
do something, and then they'll just scream like, "Let's go!" It's like, let's go where, buddy? You just scored. Like, I don't know. It's a weird thing to do.
It's overused.
Yeah,
for a decade now, and it's continuing to be overused.
We have to. Is it just that it's too easy to say? Maybe on Hello Huntsville we'll come up with a new phrase.
Good morning, Huntsville. Let's go. Well, okay, but where are we going, and why does it sound like you're about to storm a football field or flip a table over at Chick-fil-A about an order? It's less of a phrase and more of a verbal Red Bull, loud, jittery, and oddly aggressive, about literally anything from winning a game to finding a parking spot. Let's go.
And it's almost instinctive, right? Like, no one ever tells you to say it like let's go is the term. You just kind of use it. Like, have you ever found that perfect parking spot and felt, I don't know.
No.
We may have to give that one a pass.
You know what? Here's a perfect example of this. When I find a good parking spot, you know what I say? I'm not even joking, man. I say, thank you, Lord. Thank you for that provision today. The Bible says to give the Lord thanks in all things.
That's what it's all about.
So why can't you say thank you, Lord, for that parking spot today? And if you had to park at the back, you still say thank you, Lord. You know why? Thank you, Lord, that I get to park in the back because I got legs that I can walk into that store.
I find myself doing that a lot of times where something random will just happen, and it's all good things, right? You go in your car and you find out that there's more gas in it than you thought. Mm-hmm. Or maybe you couldn't find a pen. You find one right next to the thing you need to write down. And I would just find myself saying, that's God, or, thank God for that. And it's something that you can think of as overboard, right? Like, oh, man, here I am thanking God that I found an extra water in my backpack while it was hot. But sometimes sometimes it's what you need, and that's all it takes.
I got a few other phrases here. Kyle's chiming in with one, the brisketeer. We'll get to his in a minute. We've changed this now from things you dread to phrases that we can't stand, and we're roasting the phrases, all right? So I love how we do this show. I did a thing. I did a thing. You ever heard that one before?
Oh, man.
Guess what, Isaiah? I did a thing.
Do you know what? That one backdoors with me. It's the guess what I did.
Oh,
I don't really want to guess. I would love for you to tell me.
Well, here's the I did a thing. Oh, wow. So mysterious, so edgy. Did you buy a house or reorganize your sock drawer? Guess I'll have to wait for the Instagram reveal like it's the season finale of a show that I didn't ask to watch. Spoiler alert, it's usually a haircut or a Starbucks drink.
That one's funny. I can get behind that.
Here's another one that I thought of this one too. I cannot stand this phrase, Isaiah. Oh, I'm not crying, you're crying. You know what I'm talking about? You seen that one?
As the waterworks come down the face.
Have you seen that one, though? People say, I'm not crying, you're crying. They'll post a picture of like, okay, parents, like, your child just graduated. I know that's going to be a big deal. I know that I'm going to get a little teared up, but I'm definitely not going to post a picture on social media that says, I'm not crying, you're crying. Number one, why would somebody else cry for my kid graduating? But here's the roast of it. The go-to line when feelings start leaking out and someone panics. It's like saying, I have emotions, but let's pretend it's your fault. Congratulations, you just deflected sincerity with a meme. Growth, let's go.
The let's go. It comes in handy everywhere.
Here's another one that's way overused. I love you to the moon and back. You picking this one up?
Yeah,
Wow.
mean, because it's like one, you're only romantic to the moon. You know, we couldn't go to Mars and back. Why
does it got to be the moon?
We couldn't get to Pluto and back. You know, I don't know. It just feels like there could be some more love in there.
All right, so here's the roast of this phrase. I love you to the moon. Wow, how original. Nothing says deep emotional commitment like measuring love in a round-trip space mileage. It's romantic until you realize the moon is only about 238,900 miles away. Barely enough to get through 3 seasons of a relationship, let alone a lifetime.
Wow. Well, I wonder how they equated that distance to be just 3 seasons in a relationship, and what 3 seasons could it be?
And then finally, here's the final one from Kyle Kreiner. Okay, the one that I've always heard. This one. You mad, bro? You mad, bro? Yes, the intellectual masterpiece of internet taunts. Translation, I just said something wildly annoying, and now I'm pretending your totally normal reaction is the problem. It's the verbal version of poking someone with a stick and then acting shocked when they react. Peak emotional maturity from the guy still using his Xbox username in real life. You mad, bro?
Also, I feel like if you use the "you mad, bro" in 2025, I love you with all my heart because the Bible says love thy neighbor.
Yeah, there you go.
But I would love if we left that one back in 2016. If you're still using the "you mad, bro" in 2025, then I just know that you're the friend who gets invited last to the cookout.
Yeah, you mad, bro?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to take a break. That'll wrap it up for our random things that you just dread and also phrases that you can't stand here on Good Morning Huntsville. We'll take a brief break. When we come back, it's the National Day of Something, which means on a Wednesday, it's Rick's Top 10.
Yeah.
It's coming your way when we come back. As always, a big thank you to our good friends here at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. I'm going to tell you what, in the Montessori method, you're going to learn how to use better phrases than the ones that we were able to roast. That's why your children need to be enrolled. You can find out more information online at tomorrowspromise.info. Maybe you can use that phrase if your child is going somewhere. If your child is going to Tomorrow's Promise, somebody else's child is going somewhere else, you can tell that phrase, you mad, bro? Get them to Tomorrow's Promise. They'll do a great job. Over 27 years now of educational excellence. More information, again, online at tomorrowspromise.info. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville on a very wonderful Wednesday.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, Arter merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
Even though he's not here this morning, it's time for the coveted Wednesdays Rick's Top 10 with Isaiah Berry.
Substitute Rick.
What you got for us today, Isaiah? What is it, the national day of today?
So it's National Hug Your Cat Day.
You can go hug that thing all day, man.
Listen, if you're not a cat person, if you are a cat person, today's the day to hug one.
Are these any good, by the way? Not really.
They're okay.
All right.
If you're a cat person, you'll find them amusing.
You'll find them purry.
I'm more of a dog person myself, though, so we'll see.
All right, here we go.
First thing you can do to celebrate National Hug Your Cat Day is to just announce it as loud as you can. Just yell it out to the world. Your cat will probably run away from you at that point.
So what do you just yell? It's National Cat Day! That seems like something a cat person would do.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I've noticed about people with cats, they're a lot more excited about cats than everyone else.
100%. I'm definitely not excited about cats.
So if your excitement boils over, you can go and tell everyone today it's National Hug Your Cat Day.
Okay.
Number 9 is going to be wrap your cat in a warm towel burrito, and now it hates you. So you can get your cat to dislike you on Hug Your Cat Day.
Okay.
By doing that one. Number 8 is to buy your cat a new toy. The only problem is it's probably going to play with the box instead of the toy.
Yeah, I know that growing up. We had cats.
Number 7 is post a cute selfie mid-hug and caption it, "She's purring." But in reality, she's plotting. Which I believe that. I believe cats have like a secret organization and they plot on us every day.
Cats are smart. We had a cat that could open doors.
I believe it.
Yeah, they would get on the dresser and then use their paws and turn the door. I'm like, how do you do that as a cat?
I've seen videos of cats playing with the Roomba. You know, it vacuums the floor.
Yeah.
And they can get on it and ride it.
See, that's cool.
Like, that's amazing to me. Number 6 is to try to lift them up like Simba in The Lion King, but bonus points if you survive. Fun fact, you want to know what that says in the beginning of Lion King?
No.
It's a really long,
that song,
drawn out way of saying the Savenya. They're just saying it's a lion. Oh God, it's a lion.
Oh, it's a lion. Oh God, it's a lion. Why don't they just
really
say that?
it? Yeah.
What's the actual words, Isaiah? I just wanted to hear you sing it.
Savenya.
Hiya, hiya.
I don't really know the rest. I've only ever watched it with the subtitles on.
Does it say that on the subtitle? Ha, Savenya.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's like I know the first 2 words. That's it. Oh man. Number 5 is baking tuna treats.
Ugh.
But if you eat one by mistake, that's not a mistake. If you eat a treat made from tuna, you did that one.
I'm a tuna
purpose.
fan, but baking a tuna treat just sounds disgusting.
I couldn't even. I'm just imagining tuna in the shape of like a cookie. I don't. Yeah,
no.
That's a tough one.
Would have like crusty onions in it or something. Yeah.
I don't even. Yeah, that's tough. What do you bake it with, flour?
I don't know,
man. That's tough. Number 4 is attempt a family photo. Probably end up with a scratch lens and a broken spirit trying to get that photo. But some people's cats are pretty well behaved. Like some cats they're almost like dogs where you can call them, you can make them sit, you can get them to, I don't know. I haven't met one, but if you have one, let us know. Number 3 is whisper I love you in their ear.
Whoa, you got to read it like you actually whisper, I love you.
Oh, man. I'm not sure the listeners want to hear me serenade them with an I love you on this Wednesday morning. But they may need it. Hey, if no one's told you today, I love you.
There you
go. But whispering I love you in their ear, and they'll blink slowly, and probably think about a restraining order.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I can see that one too. Number 2 is give them a long, loving hug and cherish that 1 second before they run away.
Yeah, no joke.
And probably cherish it for good. They'll probably run away every time they see you from now on. The number one way to celebrate National Hug Your Cat Day is just to sit near them, quietly still. No touching, no eye contact. The highest form of feline affection.
All right, there you go, cat lovers.
Cat lovers extravaganza for today's Rick's Top 10.
All right, we'll be right back after that. Stay with us, more to come here. It's Good Morning Huntsville on a cat-loving Wednesday. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us, friends.
Tomorrow's Promise Montessori schools believe in creating spaces where children can learn, grow, and use their imaginations. At any Tomorrow's Promise location, children enjoy the largest playgrounds in town. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori is a fun school where every child learns at their own pace, and mastery of a concept is expected before moving on to the next concept. At Tomorrow's Promise, every child is respected, loved, and nurtured for the unique individual that they are.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tomorrowspromise.info for more information. Education you can trust. The church should be transformational. And maybe you've never been to church, or maybe life has left you feeling lost, but Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." At First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope, we're not trying to fit in with the world. We're here to help you step into something greater, a fresh start, a new life in Christ. Join us this Sunday at 10:45 and see what God can do in your life. Visit fbchuntsville.org. Hope is here, and we're saving a seat just for you.
Loving Jesus, loving people side by side. In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Hey, I'm Denise Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
This is Billy Cawthon of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
Braylon, say this is Spirit Radio.
This is Spirit Radio. Spirit of Huntsville. Spirit of Huntsville. Spirit 94.3.
Welcome back at it. So we continue. Oh, look, there's Isaiah. There you go. I had it on you, Isaiah.
Hey, that's fine with me.
As always, our streaming is brought to you by our friends at Huntsville Memorial Hospital. Been here in Walker County, a county hospital. Been around for a long time, and appreciate all the great work that HMH does here in our community. And I encourage you, if you have any needs, something comes up, you got to get to a hospital, get over to HMH. They're going to take care of you. You know, one of the coolest things is, I know there's a lot going on in Huntsville, a lot of growth, a lot of really positive things happening, and you get to meet people. People want to move here. Patrick Shannon's the CEO of the hospital, and he came into this community, and he has really done a fabulous job along with his staff. Leapfrog is a rating system for hospitals on a number of core things that the hospital is based on, and they have taken that now all the way to an A rating there at HMH. And so I know there's a lot of people that will say, well, you know, back in the day this, or they'll base something on 5, 10, 15 years ago. Patrick's been there, you know, for several years now, and under his leadership, things have really been going well, and we appreciate HMH and all the things he does. Patrick, by the way, I don't know if many folks realize this, served our country as well. He was in the I think it was the Army Reserve for over 30 years, and so not only does he bring, and he's a hospital executive, so he has all this knowledge in the hospital world, but he also brings that backbone of serving in the military as well. And I think that's something to be just really that stands out. And appreciate Patrick as well. So as always, though, HMH, we couldn't stream on multiple platforms, including 3 Facebooks, including LinkedIn, including Instagram. Also on the back on the audio side on Spirit Radio FM and other platforms as well. If it wasn't for HMH, and they help us by sponsoring our streaming, and that in return helps us pay the bill to keep the stream going. So thank you to HMH this morning as well. So,
and for the people, I'd like to add too, like because I think you looked this up maybe the last time that I was here. And a lot of people I've seen a lot of questions of people asking like, well, what does the A rating mean? Or is it important? Who cares that they got an A rating? And I want to say it's like only 28% of the hospitals, somewhere around from 28 to 32%, something like that, we found of hospitals around the country that have that A rating.
Yeah,
which
I'm
means
not sure,
your Huntsville, your Huntsville Memorial is in that top, 32% or whatever of hospitals in the country. So,
yeah, it says something 29%, according to a source here from Hospital Safety Grade, which puts that out. 29% of hospitals receive that A grade from Leapfrog, and so that is pretty cool. To think that we're right there in the thick of that.
Right here in Huntsville.
Well, not in the thick, at the top of it, really. 30%'s not the thick. That's kind of at the top of the area.
Yeah.
So that's great. Yeah, thank you for bringing that back up, Isaiah, because I didn't, that kind of slipped my mind. So cool stuff.
I like it. I think it's important to know, and I mean, it's the whole point of this platform, and I think for especially people like me, I mean, I know I work in marketing for Tomorrow's Promise, but I like to just market the city of Huntsville. I mean, this is our community. It's a place that's near and dear to my heart. So like, I love to tell people, we have some of the top things here, right here in Huntsville. You don't have to leave to get some of the nicer things. We have a great hospital here, great university here, great people, Sorry, I'm getting on a real sappy tangent right now.
That's good, man. That's what we're about, man.
So congratulations.
It was on this date in 1812, by the way, the Louisiana Territory was renamed the Missouri Territory. Didn't know this. I had no idea. Legislators were asked how they could make this even more possibly confusing. The folks in Missouri said, show me, because they're known as the show me state. So it's kind of a dumb joke. So it was on this date in 1886. Henry Ford drove the first Ford-built car down Bagley Street in Detroit, Michigan. To be a jerk, one guy yelled out, "Chevy's better!" while he was driving. Ironically, he went to the levee, but the levee was not only dry, but it didn't rhyme. So that was what happened there. At least 3 neighbors yelled out to Henry Ford, "Hey, slow down!" as he was driving by. Needless to say, he won all the drag races that day. You know, he was completely winning.
He was the fastest car on the road that day.
Well, and really neat, too. Later that afternoon, he was caught pushing that first Ford-built car down Bagley Street. You know, he drove out of it, but later in the day, he was seen pushing it back, and that inspired Ford to develop the gas gauge, you know, as he was pushing the car. And then he got a speeding ticket. Boy, he was going 3 and a 2. It's really bad. You know, he got a speeding ticket there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It was on this date, 1942, during World War II. The Battle of Midway began. On this date, 1967, the Monkees won an Emmy for Outstanding Comedy Series. So, you know, that's a really popular. I haven't heard any of their music in forever, man. You know,
This is my first time hearing of them.
You didn't know about them?
No,
oh man, they were classic, brother. Today, as we said earlier, and we already went through the top 10, National Hug Your Cat Day. It's also National Clean Beauty Day. National. What does that even mean?
Yeah, I was like, that's 2 very similar words put back to back.
Yeah, it's National Safe Day, National some adult beverage day. I won't say what. National Cheese Day, and also National Old Maids Day. And then I want to put this on your radar. By the way, Father's Day is a week from Sunday.
Yes,
Father's Day, a week from Sunday coming up.
You know, mentioning that, if you have a child that attends any of our Tomorrow's Promise locations, the Friday right before Father's Day, so not this coming Friday, but next Friday, we will have bagels, breakfast, the whole 9 yards for the fathers to come in and enjoy that time with their children. So,
sweet. What time? And that's, I guess, when you drop them off?
Yeah, so it'll be from 7 to 9.
Oh,
so
perfect.
you can come in, stay a little bit, and then go if you'd like to, or if you need to drop them off and get back to work or get on to
So that'll
work.
be next Friday.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Friday
cool.
right before the Father's Day Sunday.
Maybe I can make that happen because, you know, I typically got to get out of there. I've got to leave pretty early so I can get over here and do the show, but I may try to stick around for a few minutes. Yeah, that's great.
We'll see about, I don't even know if it's possible. Do the show from the academy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Who knows? But yeah,
Not
just
bad.
if you got a kiddo down there and at one of our locations, come out, engage with us, fellowship with us.
Sweet. I on a serious note, you know, I was reminded last night, you know, I mentioned my, you know, kids had woken up. I woke up too. I couldn't go back to sleep for several hours last night. And I think this was on my mind, but it was a year ago on this date that I lost my dad. And I was thinking of him. I did a Facebook post last night, just how much I miss him. And, you know, he was, I call my mom, tell my mom everything. You know, my mom and I have a super strong relationship too, but I just miss calling my dad and being able to vent to him about everything that I'm dealing with. You know, dads are really good at listening. Moms are too, but dads, if you're a guy and you've got a good relationship with your father, there's nothing better than calling your dad and just airing everything out. Now, as my dad got older, he would tell me to like suck it up and keep a stiff upper lip and all this kind of stuff. But I miss that because I needed to hear that. You know, I needed to hear when I called my dad complaining about something. I needed to hear my dad say, "Suck it up, man. Everything's going to be all right." Sometimes we just need to hear the truth. And it was that simple phrase from my dad that in the moment when he would say it, sometimes I would get angry and I'm like, well, man, hear me out. But he was hearing me out. He was telling me everything's going to be cool. Chill out.
Yeah.
And my dad used to tell me to chill out all the time. But you know what? He would always answer the phone and he would always talk to me and he'd always let me get whatever was on my chest out. And the best phrase, when I had my IT business, my dad, I used to complain all the time later on. I got so burned out in that business that I'd call my dad probably once every 2 or 3 days about just airing out just things that I was just upset about with my business. And my dad would always tell me, you wanted it, you got it.
Yeah.
And it put it in perspective because, it helped me to think positive of, you know what, I'm complaining because of how overwhelmed we are, but that's a good thing to have a business that you have so much happening that you can get upset about it, But it taught me to be thankful about it. And I miss my dad. And I had a few messages, people had commented and especially last year when we lost him, I had a lot of people call and text, and I don't know if I told everybody thank you, but thank y'all for just for that support, because I miss him, man, and it's a weird feeling not having your daddy around anymore, but it's also a joyful feeling, because as a believer who accepted the Lord as his personal Savior, just like I have, I know that I'm going to get to see my dad again, and there's joy in that. There's the fear of no longer being on this earth goes away whenever you have a relationship with the Lord. It's actually something that you look forward to. Not saying I want anything to happen, obviously. I want to grow and be an old man and be there for my children and walk my daughter down the aisle one day. I want to do all those things, but I also look forward to the day that I get to be rejoined with all my family and everybody, because we're all believers. And that's some inspiration this morning, is to know that if you're a believer and you've accepted Christ, and you strive to follow him and to grow and ask for forgiveness of your sins, that we get to see him, not only Christ, which is the best thing, but we get to see our family again one day. And that's the peace and the joy that I have. So as I read that, thinking about a week from Sunday coming up is Father's Day, it's just kind of surreal, man, to think about that. And I didn't even realize last year that I'd lost my dad before Father's Day, because so much was going. I didn't even think about Father's Day last year, honestly, because this all happened right in the middle of it all, So, but crazy to think that that's coming up pretty soon. Angelina Jolie. That'd be even better. They should have named her Angelie.
She'd be. I don't know if she could get any more famous.
Angelina Jolie. How about 50 years old today? That is, man, that is crazy. She has a lot of children, by the way. She's adopted a lot of children as well, and she has just a storied history about her and all of her acting. Ran 50 today. Donors, by the way. A couple of things on Hug Your Cat Day. We talked about it earlier in the top 10, but it's a day to let your cat know that he or she is loved. 75% of cat owners are women, by the way. So try to make nice with the feline taming tips. Is some of the things there. I won't read those that they put out. Things you need to know, by the way, the happiest animals in the world. This is very important. One group said is the quokkas of Australia. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Quokkas?
Yeah.
Never heard of them. It's like how a person from up north says Coke, like Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
Quokkas.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie, you want a quokka, man? You want a quokka, big guy, Charlie?
And then what's...
You want a coca?
No, it was the Charlie. That was so perfect.
My dad had a friend from Connecticut. That's who I was. It was my dad's best friend named Mr. O'Connell, Don O'Connell. But he called himself Okie for some reason. O'Connell, but Okie really, my dad always he's like, Okie means you're from Oklahoma. Well, he called himself Okie because his last name was O'Connell. But he would always say, he'd call my dad Charlie. Hey, Charlie. So, yeah, you want a coca, Charlie? Let's go to Subway and get a grinder, Charlie, and have a coca. Because they call sub sandwiches grinders up there in Connecticut too, man.
We have an employee at Tomorrow's Promise, and she's originally from New York, and she asked me, she's like, "Where are you eating lunch at?" And I was like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna go down and get me a sandwich from Firehouse or something like that." And she was like, "Oh, you're going to get a hoagie?"
Oh, you're going to get a hoagie, are you?
In my mind, I thought, I don't think anyone from Texas has ever called it anything but a sandwich. No hoagie, grinder. I don't know.
Charlie, you want to go get a grinder, Charlie? We can have a quokka. Quokka, by the way, it's like a cousin or something of the kangaroo. They stand only 20 inches tall, though. Think about that. A kangaroo is really tall. These little guys are 20 inches tall. About 10,000 of them live on the Rottenest Island, and that's what it's called, Rottenest Island. I bet it stinks.
We got to get them out of there.
Yeah, we got to get them. It's near Australia.
Save the quokkas.
Save the quokkas, Charlie. That's going to be the banner. Hey, Charlie, save the quokkas. They live on this rottenest island, though, near Australia's west coast in the Indian Ocean. They have facial features that make them look like they're always smiling. Oh, Charlie the quokkas.
So is it a cute, always smiling, or is it kind of
see what these things look like.
Slightly scary, always smiling? One thing about the idea of Australia, when I was younger, I always wanted to visit Australia, but then I started realizing that they have more Pokemon there than I'd like to come in contact with.
Okay. Got to catch them all, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not fond of spiders, and they always say that that's the biggest thing that they have.
All right. Well, I don't want to lose my my copyright status thing or whatever it's called by ripping someone else's YouTube video. So this, just to give them credit, this is Cute and Funny Moments with Quokka Charlie compilation. YouTube. The channel is Animal House, channel of amazing animals. Here they are. These are the quokkas. If you can see that on your screen there, look at that guy. Look at that little smile.
That's pretty cute.
Look at
I'd help Charlie save those.
Look at that little quokka. Oh, look, he's eating a little quokka nut. No, he's not. What that is. Those are cool. I want one of these things.
I was going to say, can these be domesticated?
Look at that little dude. Let's watch him eat real quick here. Oh, look at his eyes, man. He
is always smiling, yeah.
It looks like a kangaroo. Look at that. Oh, quokkas, Charlie. Let's go get a quokkas, big guy. We're going to have a hoagie with a quokka. You know what I'm saying?
I'm intrigued now. And why is their island called the Rottenest Island if they're so cute?
I don't know. It looks like a nice island. There you go. We'll just do a few seconds there. If that's your YouTube channel and you get flagged, whoa, that was weird. If that was your YouTube channel, we're giving you some love this morning. I was just thinking there, too, if you think about, with these accents, you need to get that person that works with you to say, you mad, bro? And, record that, man. Oh, I love you to the moon and back, Charlie.
Oh, my gosh, like Peter Griffin. You got to get a little soundboard so that anytime those moments come up, you can just have a perfectly placed sound.
A few other things you need to know, by the way. Disney eliminated hundreds of positions on Monday, just a couple of days ago. That was mostly in their television and entertainment division. So I would not expect that with them.
Is that not their biggest division?
Yeah, I would think, right? Yeah. One of New Orleans jail escapees that is still at large has posted a video. He was asking President Trump for help. In the video, he said, "I didn't break out. I was let out." And two of those dudes, did you hear this?
As long as we let you out.
Did you know about this? These guys that broke out, there was 10 of them that broke out of a jail in New Orleans. Yeah. Did you know they found 2 of them here in Huntsville?
Yes, I saw.
How moronic could you be to come to the town that has 7 prisons?
And there's so many. I mean, the TDCJ is headquartered here. I mean, I want to say the DPS has a headquarters here. The last place you should have come, you came. But if you broke out of prison, I can't say that you have the best ideas.
I say one of the last of the Mohicans in late night TV, one of the best of the best. I say David Letterman was the last of them that I really enjoyed, but Johnny Carson was so phenomenal. I remember Johnny Carson as a child growing up. Well, his eldest son, Christopher Carson, has died at the age of only 74. His other son, Rick, died in a car accident years ago, and now there's just one left from his first marriage, Corey. Johnny, of course, died. Johnny Carson died 20 years ago. He was 79. Crazy to think if Johnny Carson was still alive, he'd be almost 100 years old. And then a couple of other things. We not only have a Canadian forest fire smoke haunting the Midwest. I've got friends up in North Dakota in that area. They have just been blanketed. I've seen pictures coming in from that area on my social media feed, completely soaked in smoke. But now there is a 2,000-mile cloud of dust from the Sahara Desert that is now heading towards the United States. That plume of dust expected to hit Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi later this week and into the weekend. So that's crazy. You got smoke coming from the north, and then you've got dust coming from the south. Wonder what happens when that meets up.
Well, for any of you who've done your time in Lubbock like I have, then you will know that is called a regular Wednesday for those guys. No, it's really a tough it's a tough situation to be in if you've ever and I'm saying this after being in college and doing my years in West Texas. the dust storm is kind of like being in rain, but your windshield wipers don't work. Like, have you ever been in that situation where, like, it's kind of tough to see because of the rain and your windshield wipers can only wipe it away as fast as, fast as they can? It's similar to that because the windshield wipers don't really do anything to the dust. So you're driving as if you're, like, in rain, but kind of not being able to see as well. So stay safe if you are out in those conditions for Florida, Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana, all that.
Definitely stay safe because it's tough. And if you're on the road and it happens, my best advice to you would be, and it gets really bad, if it gets bad enough to where you can't see, to just pull over, because there is no, like I said, your windshield wipers don't help. There is no kind of remedy for it. So.
Well, some final news here, Isaiah, of really important news this morning. This comes from Men's Journal, by the way. I know you're a very loyal subscriber to the Men's Journal. In fact, when I drove up, I saw you, sitting outside. You were sitting in a chair. You had your legs crossed like this. You had a nice coffee right here in the left hand. You were browsing the Men's Journal, talking like this. You said,
with a nice Earl Grey tea.
Yeah, he said, Rob, good morning. I'm browsing the Men's Journal. Well, if you were, you would have read this, Isaiah. Toilet paper may be replaced as bidet popularity growing in the United States. Don't shake your head, man, because I got 2 of them, okay?
That sounds like that was written by a bidet enthusiast.
Well, toilet paper could soon lose its dominance in American bathrooms as the bidet is gaining popularity. This is driven by changing consumer habits. Really, I think, honestly, Amazon is the reason these things are selling like hotcakes. Environmental concerns and market innovation. Once considered a niche product in the United States, the bidets are now entering mainstream use, especially since the 2020 toilet paper shortages highlighted the vulnerability of supply chains and also the ignorance of Americans. I added in that part at the end. According to market analysts, sales of bidet attachments and integrated toilet systems have surged, really spraying the market, with major brands like Toto and Brondelli reporting increased demand year over year. Honestly, they should have really researched the Luxe brand, Luxe. I know this because I have 2 in my house. According to all of that, this is something, though, the advocates are arguing that the bidets offer a cleaner, more hygienic experience while significantly reducing paper waste and water use associated with toilet paper production. Environmental groups support the shift, citing data showing that Americans consume more toilet paper per capita than any other country. That contributes to deforestation and high carbon emissions. Modern bidets are often easy to install, affordable. They help reduce barriers for the first-time users. Surveys show that younger consumers are especially open to the change, viewing it as both eco-friendly and cost-effective over time. Toilet paper, of course, remains common. Experts predict continued growth in bidet adoption, particularly in urban areas and newly built homes. Also, industry leaders believe education and exposure will be key to shifting long-standing cultural norms around bathroom hygiene. That from the Men's Journal.
Well, Autumn has her response to that. She says, replacing toilet paper. Please someone give introductions on how to use 3 seashells. Have you ever seen Demolition Man?
Yeah,
That's funny.
My sister, by the way, gave me a shout out. She said, thank you for introducing me to the Luxe bidet, brother.
All my life, I've still never used one.
All my life. I'm thinking of a Christian song. You have been faithful, but all my life I have not used a bidet. It's only like $39 on eBay. I mean, on Amazon, dude. Come on.
No, I don't know. I've never been in a situation where one has been available to me. Or actually, no, I have. I've used a toilet that had a bidet and just didn't use the bidet because there was also toilet paper.
Did it have the little knobs on the side? Like
yeah.
Like that. All right, before we close it out here today, it's your time to shine. Many of you were commenting in this morning. Jennifer Augustinetti, we interacted with her earlier, saying it's a wonderful Wednesday. Y'all find a Bible study to attend. Have a blessed day. Appreciate you, Jennifer. Jennifer, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow at Rays of Hope, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Isaiah's going to be back with us at the 10 a.m. hour tomorrow. Our number 1 engager, Quentin Glaze. Number 2 commenter today, good morning. Number 3, Jamie Saucier commenting in. Good morning to Jamie Saucier, saying good morning, friends. Autumn Wheaton, the 4th commenter today. Good morning, Huntsville family. Hey, how about Mayor Humphrey joining us? Our mayor here in Huntsville, great man, Russell Humphrey. Let's go Huntsville, and his famous voice, oh yeah. Our county commissioner, Precinct 3, a very awesome man, Mr. Bill Doggett. Appreciate you, Bill. And we hope to see you tomorrow, Bill. Bill's on the board over at Safe House, one of our recipients this year, again, for Rays of Hope. So we're looking forward to that event, again, tomorrow, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. at HEB. Jennifer Augustinetti joining us again, Autumn Wheaton. How about Nathan over at Ink Slingers? They're working on our T-shirts. I'm hoping that we get those today. I know they're working hard over there. And keep Nathan in your prayers. They've got some medical things going on in the family, but we just love Nathan, his wife, that family, and their business over there at Ink Slingers. Appreciate you, Nathan. Good to hear from you this morning. Mm-hmm. Awesome to see you on. Kyle Kreiner, the Brisketeer. Good morning, y'all. Smells meaty. Kyle's always got that brisket to him, man. You know, that's a compliment.
Hey, he wrote out earlier that he was in Midland. You got to be a special kind of guy to put your time in out there in West Texas.
Our friend Autumn Wheaton said this earlier. She said, thanking God for good parking spots, trying to pull onto 190, and he provides a comfortable space to pull out in, talking about like the median there. Mm-hmm. Or if having to wait for a good space, thanking him that he sees more than I do, saving me from a possible reckless driver further up. See, that's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Appreciate that comment coming in this morning. My sister commenting, Rebecca Schaefer, saying, good morning, happy day. Jason Brandolini, he is our president, CEO of the Huntsville Walker Chamber of Commerce. Good to see you on this morning, Jason. And many others as well. Those are just the comments coming in on one of our feeds. I can't see all of them. So, well, hey, speaking of which, I do got two final things. One of them, I wanted to briefly mention Rays of Hope. Again, please come out tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We'll have the show still going on at 7:30. Jason Bay, First Baptist, will be with us. But we will be out there at the HEB parking lot tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We're looking for canned food items. We're looking for cash donations. A $20 cash donation, by the way, is going to get you our limited edition Rays of Hope T-shirt. I've already had numerous people asking me about those shirts. They collect them every year because they're different. So that'll be going on. Also, we're looking for baby products such as baby diapers and also baby wipes. That'll benefit the Care Center of Huntsville. And then again, the non-perishable food items will be distributed to Safe House and also to Good Shepherd Mission. I had somebody say, do y'all need clothes? I said, feel free to bring them because I know the store there at Safe House can use that stuff too. So any type of items that are in a good condition, friends, if it's stuff that you wouldn't want, then, and I'm talking about the quality of it, if it's something falling apart, please don't bring it. But if there's things that you have laying around that you've been wanting to get rid of and you know that they would be good for somebody else, bring those tomorrow. We don't mind. We'll find a way to get all of that over to Safe House as well. And again, we are benefiting Safe House, Care Center Huntsville, which helps families with babies that are on the way and also after they're born. Also, HISD Social Services. You can bring gift cards. We'd love to have you come by with some gift cards to give to HISD Social Services. Also, cash donations, as well as the Tomorrow's Promise Education Foundation, the Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. We will be giving some of the cash over to that as well to help with the cost of the books. And then last, did I say Good Shepherd Mission? Good Shepherd Mission, Safe House, HISD Social Services, Care Center, and the other one. I set them off somewhere.
A lot of good causes.
So come out and be a part of that. Again, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow. By the way, if you come and you donate cash for those shirts, everybody's going to get a swag bag. We've got over 100 of those to fill up. But here's the deal. You're also going to be entered into an hourly raffle. Every hour, we're going to raffle off an opportunity for you to win jewelry and more from Elliott's Jewelers. Also, Double Dave's Pizzas throwing in some really cool prizes. So it's going to be such a fun day. Then on top of that, Isaiah, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., we're going to be grilling hot dogs. So come on out. HEB hooking us up with some food. So come on out and please come see us. Tomorrow you'll see the tents there right across from the gas pumps. You'll see our signage. Just drive through. We make it easy. And let's support these nonprofits. Our third annual Rays of Hope coming up. And Isaiah will be back with us at 10 o'clock tomorrow for that.
Yes.
You're working on a lot, man. Tell us. I know you can't release too much information because y'all are still working on the date, but Lasso Your Imagination is already in the works. You've got that going, and then also a really cool food truck event that y'all are working on.
Yeah, a lot coming down the pipeline. I mean, well, first, I guess I'll go chronologically.
Yeah.
First, so this week we actually are having, and if you are a parent or get our Bright Will messages, you probably already know, but we've partnered with Domino's. Tomorrow's Promise has to do a fundraiser, and all of the proceeds for the fundraiser go towards not only our educational foundation, but also Dolly Parton Imagination Library. So that goes to sending out free books and scholarships and things of that nature. And you can buy a slice the price pizza card. Essentially, if you buy a large pizza from Domino's and you have this card that you buy from us, they will give you another large pizza. And it's unlimited use. So if you want to buy 4 large pizzas and have them give you 4 free large pizzas, this is also doable.
Oh, cool. And how can folks get that?
We will, so be on the lookout later today. I will post the link for you to be able to buy one on our Facebook and our Instagram account. Like I said, if you're a parent of one of the children at Tomorrow's Promise, then you already have that link in your Bright Will messages. Go through those, click there. I'll send you another one today. Don't worry about it. Click on that link and then support whichever campus you love. You know, if your child goes to one of the campuses, or if they don't and you just want to support one of the campuses, then click the drop-down menu and support whichever campus, buy from whichever campus you want, but it'll all go to the same place.
Love it, man.
And the cards, and once you buy the card, it's not like, oh, well, I'm going to spend the money on this card and not be able to use it after 2 months. It's usable from now until December of 2026.
Sweet.
So it's a great deal. And like I said, that all those proceeds go to our educational foundation. Second, we have coming up in July, it's going to be a family movie night. The food trucks in town, we're going to have them kind of gather around so that there's food for everyone to pick from, and then we'll show a nice family movie. I won't get too into detail just before we start to promote it, but be on the lookout for that family night in July. And then Lasso Your Imagination coming right after that in September. We'll have a car show that day, jump zone, vendors out, selling all kinds of cool things. And then that night, get ready to get your party on. We'll have a barbecue dinner, some music going around, the whole 9 yards. So a lot of things coming from Tomorrow's Promise. If you want to keep up with us and keep up with all of our events, just follow us on Facebook or Instagram at Tomorrow's Promise.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm looking right now, too. I got the link, brother. So
Yeah, there you go.
I got $41.99 coming feeling fine. Know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, man.
You mad, bro?
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? You're a friend. I love you to the moon and back, man.
Just to the moon.
Not to some of them other planets, man. Well, hey, friends, I know we cut up. We always have a good time, but there's a lot of seriousness to what we do, and we just appreciate each and every one of you for being a part of this program and this platform, for closing in now on 2 years, about to enter our 3rd year already, which is just phenomenal. And we do it every day because of you, and we want you to know how much we appreciate you. When you see folks like Isaiah here or Rick and Kay, when they're here with us from Tomorrow's Promise, think of them first when it comes to childcare. If there's a child that your child, or you're a guardian of a child and you're looking for a great place for your child to grow and to thrive and to learn and have hands-on experience, you're going to get that at Tomorrow's Promise. And that's why I always encourage you, go to the website for more information, tomorrowspromise.info. By the way, if you're on our newsletter now, that is going out. I kept saying 2,100 people. It's actually over 2,300 people now that our weekly newsletter goes. Every once in a while, you will see Kay's Wednesday Wisdom articles on there. She had a good one last week about how hearing loss can also lead to dementia and Alzheimer's, which I never knew that before. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of research to back this up. We had that on the article thanks to Kay last week. Make sure you subscribe to that newsletter, and you'll find out more of all the good things happening here in Huntsville. Man, it's been a fun morning. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, man. I
cool.
enjoy being here, man.
Awesome. Any final thoughts? Any final comments, Isaiah, before you go, man?
No, man. Keep the hope. Hug your cat. Make it a great day.
There you go.
That's it. Make it a great Wednesday.
Wait, can you say that phrase again? This is a good phrase. The camera. Here, let's go to the camera. It's that camera right there, and it was something about hugging your cat. Keep the hope. All right, ready? And Isaiah, in 3, 2, 1.
Keep the hope, hug your cat, and make it a great day.
All right, cat
We
lover.
got to get that on a T-shirt.
There you go, man.
know,
That may go.
all the cat lovers out there.
That may go in our new intro video that Madeline. I have a young lady named Madeline Reynolds who's helping us out now behind the scenes, and that may go in our new intro video.
I'd love it.
So we'll have to see on that.
I've worked to be remembered for that statement.
It might be there, man. By the way, we may have some gift cards. We will have them. But we probably won't be able to give them away until next week to Cafe Texan. I'm going to go by Friday and pick those up. So big thank you to Tiffany Gobble, Vance Howard, and the whole team over there at Cafe Texan. I usually pick those up once a month, or sometimes it's every other month. We didn't get any last month, but this month we've got some more. So we appreciate Cafe Texan.
Yeah.
So we will have some prizes. But well, look at that. See, this thing is all messed up, dude. It's so slow.
Yeah, a minute ago. Yeah,
it was like this.
A minute ago, I had said something or looked over at you, and then I watched myself do it after I had already done it.
Yeah, I gotta quit. It's the TV. It's something with the HDMI and like the signal getting over there. So whatever.
Oh, I got you.
All right, that'll wrap it up. We'll be back at it tomorrow live from the HEB parking lot at Rays of Hope. So come by and see us. Donate items. We'll be out there all day long. As I end every show, reminding you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We're really not, friends. So please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. I guarantee somebody out there this morning needs you. Until next time, good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. We'll see you tomorrow morning at HEB. See you, Isaiah.
See you.